Hi, everyone. Let me check if everything works correctly. Okay, that's this. Okay, hi, guys. I will wait 1 more minute and then I will start the trading room. Monday is still the beginning of the week. Some people have only wake up, so I wait 2 more minutes and then I will start. For people that are in the chat, let me know if you hear me good and if you see the screen. Perfect. Thank you, David. Great. Okay. Okay, so as usual, hi Massimiliano, thank you. Massimiliano, thank you. As usual, a small disclaimer, put the chat to all panelists and attendees. Okay, then you will be able to discuss together, interact together as well. And it's still the analysis I will take today and what I will explain is only from my point of view and also for educational purposes. So stick with your plan and what you know about trading. Keep trading with your risk management. Okay, let's start. Generally, Monday, what we do at the 5ers is we do a weekly forecast. Okay, we try to see what type of opportunity can happen during the week. And I will start by talking about the euro dollar that we see that this morning actually. The market starting to push higher, and then I believe the market went down around. Let me tell you, 60 pips down. So the euro is getting is starting to lose a bit of value in all the pairs, but I think we can see it clearly in the euro dollar that we break a strong support zone that last week the market react multiple times. So if I see you on the H1, so you see clearly this rectangle that the market, so this rectangle was a key zone during last week and few days before. You see that the market at that zone, especially the market make 3 types of rejection and then breakout. Okay, so it means that there is a lot of buying pressure here. Then the market make a retest, so it's called out a breakout on retest. Okay, the market retest 1 time, 2nd time, multiple time. You see here all the weeks candlestick that the market didn't want to go lower and then make a last move today. So you see that today the market start here, the market push a bit higher and respect exactly this resistance that created last week. Okay, so the market was in a consolidation zone and actually didn't succeed to go above this zone and then break below. Okay, so what we can expect now for the week and what we should see, it's to check whether we can maybe open a short position. Okay, that's what I will think that we can have on the euro, actually on the euro dollar, for example. You see that the market is still on a big downtrend, and I think we talked about it several times. Previous week, same like Yaniv and Saul that made the trading room. We talked about the euro that's still getting to be lower, okay, in value. And that's what we see. Okay, so this is the daily chart, and if I go to the H4, it's kind of the same. You see clearly that the market make a long road to like approximately 250 pips lower, and of course the market cannot go down straight. Okay, the market have to make a small pullback. Okay, so that's what the market made approximately to that zone that I'll show with the mouse here. And the market can continue with the trend. Okay, so you see that the overall trend in the daily and in the H4 is very bearish. Okay, so you see clearly that the market can still go down. And if you see clearly also on the H4, there was this trading line that's created during the last week, but actually we break it. Okay, so try to open your eyes regarding the euro pairs this week to check whether you can enter a short position. That's what I will do. I believe that this zone is still a key zone, okay, on the H1, and I think you can also see on the H4. So this is the H1. So this is a key zone, for example. Actually, I will not touch the market. Okay, I will prefer to wait that the market reduce in terms of volatility. There is a lot of volatility here. So maybe wait that the market came back to that zone. Okay, approximately this zone. Check what the market will do, and then maybe go with the trend. If I see that here the market is starting to reject, okay, so I could open a sell position and trail my stop. Okay, so that's what I will do, and I think in the H4 it can create kind of head and shoulders here. Okay, so you see that this is the head, this is the one shoulder, second shoulders. Not exactly, but it's like we can call this a triple top. Okay, triple top, the market breakdown. So that's what I see on the euro dollar. Okay, so be careful for the trend. The market can go below. The overall trend is very bearish on this pairs, for example. Okay, so let's move to another pair. Maybe we can talk about the GBP. The GBPUSD. GBPUSD. Okay, meanwhile, if you have some question on the chat, feel free to ask anything. I will be happy to answer. Okay, regarding my point of view of the market. So what I talk about the euro is purely price action. Okay, I believe that on the months, on the previous month, the market started to go down, and I believe that the market can still continue to that trend. There wasn't a big news or big event that can make something different until now. So that's why I think it can be great. Yes, we see H1, probably H4 here. Now you put the day one. Okay, actually on the H1 in the pound, we are actually in the demand zone. Okay, actually we see that in the euro dollar, for example, the market breaks below a key zone. Actually on the GBPUSD, the market didn't break the key zone. Okay, if I open, for example, the H4 chart, okay, and I see this zone, for example, okay, so this is the key zone. Okay, so you see clearly that this was a top. Okay, we make a break, fake, kind of small fake breakout here. Okay, then we re-enter, we make a touch. Okay, and we make multiple touch here on the H4, and I think we can see it clearly on the H1. We will see it even more clearly. Okay, so this is that zone. Okay, so the market is kind of respecting this kind of zone. There is also this kind of trend line that we can see. Let me know if I see that. Okay, so we have actually this trend line that's actually, it can be nice to go with the trend yet. Okay, the market respect all the time making an higher high, sorry, an higher low. Okay, and actually this zone, okay, is respecting with the trend line. So this can be multiple price action confirmation here, and the risk reward can be perfect. Okay, because the stop loss can be just below this level. Okay, just below here and the trend line. And you can expect an higher move, an higher push. So the risk reward for this kind of trade can be very nice. I think it can be a nice zone to go long here. So maybe why not opening a small swing over that zone here? The only thing that can tell me maybe the only bad thing here is that we see the market is starting to make this kind of reversal. Okay, you see that the market didn't succeed to push higher. Okay, we had this type of zone. So you see this was a resistance. The market all the time make a lower high, so that means the pressure on the upside is less. but still you can maybe wait for a retest to that zone, take partial profits, and then putting your stop loss to break even or whatever. But here can be a nice trade to open. Okay, so maybe one not to open a buy now on the H1 basis. Okay, I will probably open here a trade. You see that my stop loss is just below. Okay, and I will try to find the trend line here. Okay, so actually it's a one-to-one trade, but I will have to check what's happening at the opening market. Maybe I can expect that we break this kind of zone. Okay, and if we break this kind of trend line, my stop loss will be to the upper level, so that will be approximately here. Okay, I will try. I hope we can reach this kind of level, and here the risk reward is approximately 1 to 3. Okay, so that's a nice trade. Okay, so that's what I can hope for the pound dollar. I think that can be nice. And you see also here on the M5 that M15, sorry, that the market is especially at a nice zone that the market can make a reaction. Okay, so this is the market make a reaction one time and then a second time, and then hopefully we can make a higher move. Okay, so I believe here there is multiple confirmation signal to go on a long position on the pound. Still, if I check the daily, I see those three type of the market, like three high that the market didn't succeed to go above this level. So I will have to be careful because it can be also a signal to confirmation, but we are a trader, so we have to take a risk. You cannot find a trade that is 100% success. So but I believe that this trade with all the confirmation I have can finish in a good run. Okay, so that's what I see actually. And still you have to manage yet your position. Okay, so we see that the market is starting to pushing a little bit. It's only the beginning of the position. Don't try to put your emotion, and we let the market do the move. Okay, so that's what I see on the pound dollar. The main important zone to check for this week will be this key zone and also this resistance level. Okay, and check also in the next hours or in the next days what can happen to that trend line. Okay, if the market react above or if the market don't succeed to make an higher high here. Okay, perfect. So that's for the pound dollar. Any question until now? Australian yen. Yeah, I will do this just after the dollar yen. I want to check the okay, if it's 50 minutes, I believe that it may be kind of not urgent, but okay, let's do that now, and then I will make the dollar yen. Okay. Okay, so I have also to see what's going on the H4. Okay, so you see on the H4 the trend. Okay, you have an uptrend very strong. Okay, this is a very strong uptrend. We see it clearly. On the daily, wow, this can be a nice move to do. Look, I will explain what I think after on the M5, on the M15, for example. But here you see that the market has on middle 2021. You see in March 2021, the market didn't succeed to go above, and a few days, like last week, we reach a higher level from maybe a few years before. We make a retest. Okay, so it's kind of the same. We make a retest, and then the market, I think, can make a big push above this one. Okay, so what you have to check is to go to go with the trend. So I believe that you can go over a long position here. And if I look on the M15, maybe let's go on the H1 before. Okay, okay, For the M15, there is few things to look at. Okay, I'm not sure if it's a good zone maybe to make a trade here, but okay, you have this trend line. Okay, so you can check this trend line, but you have also this zone. Okay, that is a key zone. So I think that wait maybe for a breakout. Okay, to this key zone. Okay, so maybe you can wait for the market to make a big push. Okay, then wait for a small retest and then maybe open a buy according to the trend line and with the key zone. Okay, let me know if it's clear for you what I think here on the M15. But I believe this can be the thing to do, because if you open a buy right now and the market is struggling to go above this high here, the risk reward will be lower. Okay, so maybe wait for a certain kind of confirmation. And here the confirmation is a breakout above this key zone. Okay, a retest to this trend line. Okay, to maybe open a position. Okay, so that's what I will do. But going long on the Australian will be very nice. Okay, I don't think open a sell will be a nice will be a good idea because the market is only on an uptrend. Why not short boosting in key zone? Because I cannot short the market here. The first thing why is because there is a clear uptrend on the M15. You see on the M15 that the market is in an uptrend, also in the M30. Okay, so that's why I don't want to open a sell position. But also, if you see on the H1 and in the H4, it's kind of it's going very hard to make a sell position here. Okay, the only thing to make a sell is probably this is probably the supply that we have. Okay, we have actually a supply, but the supply is already consumed. You see that the market don't want to. I think you see on the H1 that this is the supply. The supply was consumed at this zone. Okay, so this was the supply. The supply was consumed, and then the market is pushing up, is pushing above. So maybe the supply is already consumed, and the market want to push above that one. Okay, so that's why I don't think opening a short position is a great idea. Still, it's my opinion, but feel free to think what you need to understand the market, or you see this. Okay, you can open as a scalper. It can be maybe a position to open a sell. Okay, you see there was this high. You can open a short scalp here, but still, even on the M1, you see clearly that the market is on a high momentum. So I'm not sure whether the risk reward for a short scalp here will be nice. It will be very risky to very small profit. Dollar CAD. I will just do the dollar yen before, and then I will move to the dollar CAD. I will also put the pound dollar on the chart to see what's happening. We just opened trade a few moments earlier, so I want to check also what's going on the market. Okay, I believe the market is kind of beginning a small pushing, already 10 pips above. Okay, and what I said before is that I have to check this kind of trend line if it's respecting. Okay, so I have to check when the markets reach here. I can also take partial profit here, like I said. I can also close all the position, but I can wait maybe a break above this trend line. Okay, okay, the dollar yen. I just put the chart properly. So that's what I started to do. I started to try to show you multiple time frame, because I know that we had some feedbacks regarding this. That I only show you a chart and then I move it very quickly. So that's why I prefer to show you what's happening in 4 different time frames. So I'm using the M15, the H1, the H4, and the daily. Okay. As a day trader, but if you are a positional trader, you can almost only start with the H1, then H4, then daily, and even weekly if you're a positional trader. for example. Okay, so let's start. I think last week and 2 weeks before, the yen starting to depreciate. Okay, so that means that the yen started to lose some value. Okay, so that's why all the dollar yen, the pound yen, the CAD yen make. I think it was a highest point till 2019. Okay, if I see here, okay, it's with the highest point of 2018, I think. Okay. So it was a high watermark for the market, and actually the market is starting to return. Okay, so I'm not sure if even we have to continue with the trend and to open a buy, or to go with the short here. Okay. Okay, if you can see on the weekly, there is this very strong resistance. Then the market during last week, and I think it was the last day, it was few days before the end of the week, the market started a bit of a rejection here. Okay, so if you see on the weekly, that means that the market is healthy, the market is respecting this kind of resistance. So that's nice to see the market, and I think that was a very expecting move to make. Okay, why? Because the market make 400 pips above. Okay, so that means the market make a 500 pips on the upside and didn't make any pullback. Okay, so the pullback started maybe at the highest point. Okay, so you see the market make a pullback at that zone. That's a bit above the highest point of 2018, but the market respect this zone. Okay, so that's nice to understand. Okay, and I know for sure that some traders don't wait maybe a clear confirmation and enter the market at that zone. Okay, so I think I see a lot of traders that open a sell position. Oh, there is a red candlestick here, so that means the market will go back here. And what they do? They open a short position without waiting a confirmation signal. Okay, they put a stop loss above. Okay, and they will all burn out here. Okay, because the market can still go back from that point, or maybe from this consolidation zone here. But if you opened a sell position here, it can take you stop loss very easily, because from here to here there is already 100 pips. Okay. So wait for a centered confirmation. I believe that if I open a RSI or any other signals like stochastics, for example, I can see here maybe a divergence, or maybe another signal that tell me, okay, maybe here the market can make a returning situation. It's kind of also a returning pattern. Okay, you see here that it's a hammer, for example. Okay, the market make a high, green candlestick, and maybe after this one you can open the short position. Actually, the market can go lower. If you see also there is here shoulders, for example. Okay, then you have the head here. Okay, and it can create another shoulders here. And if it's create that today, okay, there is a lot of place to go short. Okay, so try to wait the great moment to enter, either with your signals or anything else. Okay, and the market can go. So if you know how to get the target for the head and shoulder, so we take the highest point. Okay, you go to the neckline. Okay, the neckline is that zone. Okay, so the neckline will be approximately so it's from here to here. There is 130 pips. Okay, so if you think that the market make an higher high here to that zone, go to the trend line. Okay, the market can go 150 pips below. Okay, probably to that point. Probably to that point here. Okay, exactly here. And when I say that here it can be the beginning of a great pullback, it's because there is no zone here. Okay, so you see that when the market push during all that moment here, that means that there will be no buyer at all in that zone. Okay, the market can crash actually. Okay, if we break this neckline on the head and shoulders that create, the market can go easily and very fast to that zone. Okay, so try to check what's going on the yen, on the dollar yen. I believe it's kind of the same on the CAD yen and other pairs like that. Okay, so try to be careful. and still it can also be only an LC taking profits. Okay, so if you put if you tell to yourself that I was long doing 1 week or 2 weeks in the market, I want to take some profits. Okay, so that's why maybe the market actually stopped here, but the market can still go long again. Okay, so that's why you have to wait a confirmation and not enter the market like a blank. Okay, you have to check either a signal or confirmation, and all the time analysis the risk you are ready to take. Okay, so that's what I see on the dollar yen. I will put the dollar CAD in one moment. I will try to answer some questions that we have. Leverage changing for 5ers. When can I read more about this news? The leverage is still 1-6 for the low risk and 1-30 for the aggressive program. Only the summer plan is 1-10, and the summer plan is closed for the moment. Okay, dollar CAD, and then I will check the pound New Zealand, Nick. Okay, let's check what's going on the pound. I don't like to see this thing here. Okay. Okay, still pushing move. There is a supply here in the M15, so I have to be careful here, but still, it's could be a nice one. All right. So regarding the CAD, I already told, already said 1 week ago. I think I already also make the forecast previous Monday, and I explained that the CAD is correlated negatively to the oil. So that's why you must look at what's going on the oil market when you trade the Canadian dollar. Okay, so that's something that you must check because the dollar CAD is negatively correlated. Okay, so if the oil is starting to boom on the market and to make an higher high, actually the market is like 84 a barrel on the New York barrel, the USA barrel. It's called the WTI. The Canadian can go lower. Okay. Why I don't see that? Okay, so this is the dollar CAD. Okay, so that's what we see here. All that thing here, it's because the oil is starting to go is starting to gain some value. Okay. Okay, there is an interesting zone here as well. Okay, if you want to speculate on this kind of market, okay, this can be a nice zone. Okay. Okay, the market make multiple tests to that zone, make higher high, make this kind of high here, high volatility news and stuff. The market went down because of oil. Okay, mainly because of oil. It's maybe not the main reason, but that's probably why. And then the market, you see that making this kind of bullish engulfing here on the daily. Okay, you see this is a bullish engulfing candle approximately. And I think that the market can make a small push higher. Okay, if I see the daily chart. Okay, let's check what's going on the H4, for example. Okay, and that kind of the same. I like to see what I see on the H4. It's the beginning. Okay, it's the beginning of this kind of consolidation pattern here. Okay, so you see the market make a range. Maybe I don't know what is the higher pips, but yeah, this is a volatile market, but it's 70 pips ups and down. Okay, so that means the market don't go anywhere until now. So that means the market stopped to go lower. Okay, and if I see on the H1, okay, I see that a small trend line is creating. Okay, it's like also a triangle, so you have to check. Okay, you have this zone that is a very important zone on the H1. We have an uptrend. Maybe that's why here the market is starting to go below. Try also to wait confirmation, breakout, retest, open, analyze the risk you have. So that's what I see actually. Okay, so wait maybe for a buying signal here on the dollar card. It can be either on this trend line, or it can be also as well after we break out this zone. Okay, so we break out this zone, make a candle small retest. Okay, and then making a buy. Okay, so that's what I see. And you check the pound dollar. I want to check if there is a greater. Okay, I think we are pushing nice here. And 15 already 20 pips above. You're welcome, Massimiliano. Thank you for the dollar card. Is nice to check. Okay, I think it's a nice pair to check as well for that week. Okay, GBP New Zealand. Okay, that's why I expect for the moment. Okay, on the M5, this is the zone. The market can struggle to go a bit higher than that. Can maybe close partial profit here, for example. Okay, never mind. I close all the position, but that's nice. If I'm a scalper, I can open also a small sell position here. Okay, and that's what I will do. Okay, the market make a reaction on the M5. I believe there is a supply here. Okay, this is a zone maybe to check as well. And still, I can play with the market how many times I want here. That's very nice for a day trader because you see that the market at that zone make multiple tests. Okay, one time, second time, the third time, and then the fourth time, and you can all the time going buy, going long, going short. Always you have to wait the position you have and the risk you are willing to take here, for example. Okay, so here it's a short scalp and check. I hope it can be a respect to this kind of supply here that create on the M15. Okay, and it's a fresh supply as well. Meanwhile, I will check the pound yen. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. I believe it's also kind of the same about what I say, the dollar yen. Okay, it's approximately the same scenario that we have here. Okay, we have from 2017 a resistance at that zone. Okay, so that's what I see. The market make a small reaction the end of the last week. But actually we break this zone. Okay, we see that the market make a big push, make a retest, can be also the beginning of a higher move. Okay, you have to okay. I want also I want to check also what's going on the Pound dollar, it's a short scalp, so I don't want to miss that one. Okay, so this is a nice scenario to go. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so I trail my stop loss. I don't think we will go above that one, and I also don't want to make a retest. The market make a nice reaction to this supply. Okay, so that's nice. Okay. Let's wait. Meanwhile, I will go back to the pound yen. Meanwhile. Okay, so that's what I said. It can be also the beginning of a continuation of the pullback, but also we test to the trend move. So that's on the daily. If I see on the H4, the market already, you see, it's also a created pattern of the head and shoulders. Okay, so you have the first shoulders here, you have the second shoulders, the second shoulders approximately here, and you have the head. Okay, the market make a deeper move, okay, on the low side, but still the market can still break. Okay, so that's what I see here, for example. And I believe I can see also. I believe I can see also. I don't have actually a stochastic of whatever, but I think we can see also if I open stochastics or RSI, a divergence. Okay, I believe I can see a divergence here as well. Okay, this can be a nice zone to go short either as well. Okay, if I see there is this kind of zone that the market reacted multiple times previous week, make a deep break, make a retest. Okay, so that's maybe nice to see that the yen can make a small retracement. Okay, and there is a lot of place to go. Okay, you see that if the market continue to go down here, okay, there is a lot of place to go. So that's not bad at all. If I'll go to the lower time frame and if I go to the H1, that's also something that can imply okay, I have also this trend line that is nice, that tell me that all the time the market make a lower high. So that's nice maybe to go with that. And look how this is beautiful. You have this support, this daily support that we had last week. Then we break, we make a retest exactly to the trend line. Okay, so if like I hope if I had the time to be on the market, it's difficult to say that because all the time I see what's happened and I told to myself, oh, maybe it was here best entry and whatever, but I wasn't here. If I were here, if I was on the market, so I could open a sell at exactly that point, but that's how a good traders and a bad one made a difference. But here it's wonderful. Okay, very nice, this kind of zone here that you can have. Okay, maybe zero drawdown for this kind of position that you can open. Okay, you have this trend line approximately. The market react to the support, make a breakout, make the retest exactly to that trend line. This is great. This is wonderful. It's only price action. Okay. Daniel is asking, related to market, but could you tell us how to avoid the pop-up window, then replace orders so it can go faster? You just need to turn on one-click trading. That's correct. Okay, so that's if you're trading on the Windows platform, you can do like one-click trading. Okay, and you click that. Okay, correct. And if I go back to the pound dollar, actually, my scalp worked it out. Actually, you see that the market make a reaction here. I exactly exit here. If I see on the M1 here, there was a beginning of a consolidation zone. But also that was a nice scalp for today on the pound. Okay. Any other pair, guys, that you want to review and to talk about? I think I didn't talk about the Swiss, and that's something that we could talk together. If you, I think the pound New Zealand, I'm not sure we did that as well. APJPY. I'm not sure we checked the pound New Zealand, so we will do that for Nick if Nick is still here, and then I will explain about the CHF, what's going on. Yeah, I will do the pound New Zealand, and then I will go to the CHF, explain, maybe finish with the pound Australian, like Dan is asking. Okay, if I go to the daily, I see clearly that the market is starting to make some consolidation over that zone. Okay, this is a high volatile market. You see even at the spreads here, it's 2 pips. Okay, this is a high volatile market. You see that we have sometimes very big push of 200 pips on one day. So try to be careful with the risk management on that pairs. Okay, especially the market can make deep breakout, deep retest and stuff. So try to be very careful on that pair. On that zone, it can be nice also to open a buy position. That's what I could see. The market make a deep push over 550 pips below and actually enter this kind of demand. The market starting to consolidate. If you open a buy position, for example, at that zone, the risk reward will be nice. Okay, so that means the stop loss will be below that zone, for example. Okay, and wait maybe for we push to a risk reward of 1 to 3, 1 to 4 maybe, depends where you feel the market can go and what your analysis. And if I go to the H4, this is exactly what I told just before. There is this consolidation zone that we have here, and that's what I see. Okay, it's the market structure. For example, the market went down 400 pips, the market stopped. Okay, still okay, wait, there is a demand zone here. Maybe there is some institute and banks that want to position themselves here. And opening, you see that the market is pushing ups and down 100 pips, like we see on the dollar CAD, for example. And the market can make a small reaction on the upside, okay? Or we even break below and make a retest, okay? So that's what you have to see. I believe that you, if you're looking to the daily and weekly chart, you can actually open a buy position with a lot size accordingly to the risk management. So that means a very small lot size. And if you want to wait as a day trader confirmation to catch the move, you have to wait for a certain break above this H1. I will show you just right now. Okay, so you see clearly that here on the H1, you have this resistance. Okay, you have that zone here that is also very important. Maybe the beginning of an uptrend line. Okay, you have to check where this candle will close. And that's what I see for the pound New Zealand. Okay, maybe opening a buy position will not be bad here if it's respecting all the time the high or low, for example. Okay, and if I go to the M15, yeah, maybe nothing else to show us actually. Okay, so that's what I see on the pound New Zealand. I will talk about the Swiss, and I will open, for example, the Euro Swiss. Nice, Nick. Great. If we plan the same thing, so that's nice. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Okay, maybe I will start with the weekly chart. Okay. 15, even with the monthly, I want to show you something here. Okay. So as you know, maybe all the traders that are here in the chat know that we reduced that last week we disabled the trade on the CHF pairs. Actually, we open it again, but with a leverage of 1-to-1 for the low risk program and 1-to-6 for the aggressive. Okay, so that means we reduce the margin for that pairs. I don't advise you to trade the CHF pairs, so it can be the Euro Swiss, the dollar Swiss, the pound Swiss, for example, and the bank, the National Bank of Swiss, maybe want to intervene in the market and maybe want to increase their currency or whatever. So they want to intervene in the market, and that means that the market can make a big move. Okay, and if you see here, okay, that was in 2015. Okay, the market went down, I think 20%. Okay, I don't know. I don't know, a lot of banks and a lot of hedge funds suffer a lot and already crashed here because of that gap. Okay, it was 2000 gaps below. Okay, and at that time in 2015, the Swiss banks intervened in the market. I don't remember exactly what's happened, but when the national bank intervened in this kind of market, it can bring a lot of volatility and a big push of the price. Okay, so that's why we reduce the risk. We also don't want our traders to face this kind of difficulties in the market. So that's why we reduce the leverage. And if you want to take the advice, every week we will sit here with the analyst we have and to check if the situation getting better or getting worse. Okay, so that's what can happen on the Swiss. And if I see also on the weekly, for example, okay, I see that the market is starting to go down very deep, and I think that there is a chance that the market can that the bank can intervene on that zone. Okay, if the market continue to go lower and break this kind of zone and make a lower low, for example, at that zone, okay, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous for our portfolio, for your portfolio if you have one. So try to be very careful. Okay. So that's what we think here. And if you trade this, try to be careful. Of course, in 10 minutes or in 15 minutes, you can handle a position. Even the market will be less. But if you want to keep a position and hold it, okay, try to be careful. Okay, so that's what I have to talk about the Swiss. I will finish today with the pound Australian, like Dan asked. Very difficult here. Okay, so you see that the market make a low here, make a rebound, break this low, make a retest exactly. We can see it also on the H4. Let me show you. Okay, so this was the key zone last week. Okay, so it make a test here, make a first touch, for example, then make a deep break, make a retest to that zone, and pushing below. Okay, so what I see on that pairs, for example, is the market is on a big downtrend. Okay, so nothing to make a buying position here on the long term. Okay, if I see on the daily and the H4, if I go to the H1, still there is this trend line that I showed on the H4. I don't know exactly where it's touched, but on the H1 you have maybe this daily resistance that it's also with this daily support that it's still holding, but it can break as soon as possible, I believe. Okay, and on the M15, okay, and on the M15, that's what I talked about, the daily support. This is this support here. Okay, so you see the market make a big push, make another test, this show. Okay, so you see that the market make a small pull up here. Okay, maybe 15 pips. So this is not showing big strength. Okay, also the market make an higher move here, but still the market is already reacting to that one. Okay, so try to find opportunities to open a short position here. I think there is a lot of place to go short. Maybe to that zone. Okay, I will say. Okay, there is still some place to go short here. Okay. So that's what I see. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you guys for attending the session. I hope this was helpful. We talk about many pairs. We take 2 trades on the pound together. So I believe it was an interactive, a nice session. So I hope I wish you a very a nice week. Keep handling your trade. As you know, risk management is the key really for being a very good trader. So keep with that, and see you tomorrow for the trading room. It will be either Saul or Yaniv. So see you guys. Have a nice day. Ciao, ciao.